What is your secret to working hard during the week? Making the most of the weekend.
The best things to see, to do, and to eat in Korea on the weekends. We've got it all for you on
What's Up Weekend
with Alex.
So we were talking about flowers last week,
Yes.
and the punishment I recall was you making me some kind of flower. You've also dressed up incredibly smart today, Alex. Are you getting confused? I am married. Let's not get too romantic here.
Well, somebody's sending mixed signals. What is this flower I've made?
I want a flower, and we've got a photo of it that you sent in, and I've got the actual thing in my hands. That's a beautiful sketch. You're a bit of an artist, Alex, aren't you?
But I did want to make it personalized, so I made it for you.
Oh, it's even got my name in the stalk, I see.
Do you use cursive anymore? Do people use cursive? No one does,
I was
right?
terrible even when I was learning it at school, but I love it, Alex.
Aw.
Thank you. I'm going to treasure this. I'm going to show my kids to try and motivate them to draw better. I'll say, look, this is what Alex can do. Why can't you draw this prettily? Thank you very much.
Now that I've done this, I'm taking this off.
Doesn't smell.
It doesn't smell?
No, the flower. I thought it might have a scratcher smell kind of thing.
That would be a bad sign if it did, and then you couldn't smell it, actually. I'm taking this off because as proper
the
as
date's
I...
off the table.
The date's off the table.
No need to look smart.
It's not the feeling of our show.
Why
It's
do you
too
look
much.
so snazzy today, Alex? You going gambling or something? You look like a high roller at a casino.
I will say that I am going to do... I'm just going to do some English teaching on camera.
Oh, wow.
And I'm doing business English.
Aha, that makes sense.
So I'm dressed... I got like 3 shirts outside, but I got to go... Do you know where Paju is? You know where Paju is, right?
It's a bit of a journey. It's like on the edge of South Korea up to North Korea, isn't it?
If you drove, it's probably an hour 10, hour 15. I'm taking subway plus, it's going to be an hour and 40 minutes.
Goodness
I
gracious.
can't go home, so I'm just like, I'll just look good for the show too. Why not?
Why not indeed? Because Tropic Girl says looking very sharp in that jacket today. And
I love
Siska,
the blue too. The blue is my almost my favorite shade of blue.
We learned that recently. You had another kind of sky blue thing the other week,
Yeah.
right? Omo, is there a special occasion, says Siska, and Rao believes you're going to a wedding.
What?
Are
What do you mean?
getting married?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, not
That's
today.
always my answer.
Fantastic.
I just like looking good. It's a special occasion. It's What's Up Weekend.
Well, Sophie thinks you might have had a date and you've just stumbled in.
There's nothing like a 7 a.m. date. That's where it's at. Give like a nice
date.
That's actually really sweet.
Why? Yeah, that should be a thing.
Well, imagine,
shouldn't it?
before work, like you got a big day ahead of each other. You each have a big day ahead of you, and then you head out and grab like something to pick you up.
I
Nice
think
coffee.
that'd be nice. Yeah, that should be a thing, like a first date thing, to show how much effort you're willing to put in by getting up early to get prepared, I suppose. Today's hashtag is an interesting one, Alex. Yangshim, or conscience. And we've been talking about this thing. Apparently, K-conscience is becoming a thing. People really impressed by Korea in the fact that you leave your laptop at a cafe table. No one will take it, like even if you go to the toilet.
Yeah. It's something that I've really come to appreciate, and I don't really have a story personally. I mean, because it's the same, right?
You've never had anything stolen while being in Korea? If you have,
dare
it's okay.
dare I say Itaewon?
Oh dear, really?
But not off a cafe. Like it was just, it was my clumsiness. And in America, like you would have gotten it stolen in certain places. So
Sure.
like that's a big thing is I'm pretty good now when I go back to America. I am aware that it's not the same anymore. But I know friends that have been back to Europe, back to the US, and they just leave their stuff out and it's gone. I'm like,
They forget they're not in Korea, right?
Yeah, and I think all people are fine in different ways. I think, in that particular case, when someone steals a laptop, they're opportunistic in an evil way. I mean, but Koreans, they're opportunistic in different ways. I find Koreans to be sometimes more competitive in the work environment against their own colleagues.
Sure.
But it's like, I think that's fine. When you compare it, though, I prefer K-conscious to A-conscious.
Americans conscious.
We all have our own opportunism, but this is one of the ways where Korea, I think, is kind of got like a moral high ground in this area.
Sure,
and I like that.
In the way it manifests itself, I'd take K-conscience over it any day. Like with property, they really do respect that that's someone's property. There's no thinking of, I'm going to take that.
I think the way that Korea does view it is like that person earned it. I don't deserve it. And I think that's kind of why they can be more competitive in the workplace because they want to deserve it. And that's sort of how, I think that's a good point, the way you said, I don't know my hand's going across this thing.
That's great psychoanalysis. Paul was doing it the other day. I think I must be extra attractive this week, I guess,
It is what it is. So
these hands wandering over here. Today's topic then, thank you for your drawing, and we'll remind listeners once again, Alex lost last week. I was the winner.
Yeah, so remember to switch that up this week.
No, we need to go on a run like Alex was on before. So what's the theme of the week? Obviously 2 of those 100 places chosen by the KTO to visit after Corona, but what are we packaging today's battle as?
Well, this one I like because there's a Korean word and an English word, and I never use the English word. Epicurism.
Is that a word?
Epicurism.
What does that mean?
I think it's also gourmandism.
I've heard gourmand as in a person who maybe eats and likes eating and is maybe an expert.
Yeah.
Epicurism? I've never heard of that.
It's the same thing, except it applies to more. It can be art, it can be drinks, it can be food.
Oh.
Basically, the cultivation of a refined taste.
That sounds very posh, doesn't it?
So the Korean is 식도락 여행. 식도락. I think that might be food related a little more.
Yes.
Based on it. But that being said, we're going places that have a little bit of a refined something that's,
edible.
Well, mine's not as editable. We're using big English words. Let's make easy words.
Eating things, drinking things. That's the focus of today, right?
Yes, and so we're going to be doing 2 different trips. I'm going to be going to one of my favorite places, and that's why I'm super excited to win. And you're going to be going somewhere else and whatever.
Yeah, I will admit, and Alex will admit as well, I don't think we've either been to this city, and it's quite a blight on our career time, because we've both been here more than a decade.
I have so much to say about that. Do you want to start? Would you like me to start? I will let you decide because I am that confident.
All right. I often think going second is a bit of an advantage, so I'll go first. I'll sacrifice myself.
Wow.
Because,
what a legend. What a hero.
I won last week. I'm a king. I'm a gracious one as well. So we're going to go down to Daegu. And like I said, I've not been to Daegu. I've been to all the big cities, I think, except Daegu. Like even Daejeon, I've been once or twice.
Last year was going to be my year.
Oh, really?
Because of the Chimek Festival and then COVID. I was so excited to go.
That's the thing. That's the excuse. The Chimek, the Chicken and Beer Fest down there is a big draw, isn't it? But apart from that, I'm not taking you for chicken and beer. That would be too crass of me.
Yeah, there's no epicurism involved in that one.
Not at all. Shikdorak, like we said. So I'm taking you to a market with a lot of history. Seomun Market, formerly known as Daegu-kun Market, has been around, well, the remnants of it at least, not the original structures, since the Joseon dynasty.
Ooh.
And so this market apparently used to be one of the 3 biggest in Korea, right, down in Daegu, before... Now, these days, a lot of it is concentrated in Korea. I'm sure you'll find most of the biggest markets there, and maybe down in Busan at that Chagalchi seafood market. But Seomun Market is traditional in a few ways, in that it's not just food.
Look at that picture.
It's pretty big, right? And that's the night market, which doesn't have, to be honest, a long tradition. I think it was 2016 that started. And night markets, I think over the past 5 years in Korea, that's really picked up steam, right? Opening them up at night, like some Southeast Asian night markets.
You know what's great about the night market is it's sort of, and I love this part of it, maybe getting older too. Like without the night market, what do you do at night in Korea? You go to the Hof, go get drinks.
Yep.
And a night market kind of expands what you can do in Korea at night. So for a lot of people who don't like to drink as much or don't want to that night, I think that's such a great improvement in the nightlife of Korea.
The options, you're right, because you could just have a few snacks here and there. A lot of the night market stuff is focused around the food and eating, because the market was famous more for textiles like silk and satin and stuff like that, which still is there. But if you go at nighttime, like that photo showed, apparently the main dish then, and I don't want to lose votes, but maybe some of you might get queasy, but it's delicious. Cup makchang. And makchang is the beef intestines.
Yeah.
And it's served in a cup, so you kind of like just drinking them in your mouth.
Yeah. I don't know if you do it that way.
Yeah, you
make
do
it
need
sound
to
gross.
chew. Yes.
It sort of reminds me of how they do like cup chicken or cup steak sometimes.
Yes.
And you can just, take a little, what do you call it? A toothpick, long toothpick, poke it, eat it probably.
And this picture that we got up next is during the daytime. So the food section, what this market and Daegu in general is famous for, and to be honest, I've not had this in Seoul. I haven't seen it in Seoul, is two main dishes, right? The flat dumplings or napjak mandu. And those, basically look like squash dumplings. And the filling is not as much in terms of ratio to the covering,
that does look good, though.
So what they do is inside, apparently, they put in regular mandu fare, like the noodles, the glass noodles, and some veggies and stuff. Fry it, and then it's quite plain because there's a lot of the covering, right? The mandupi, as we say in Korean. So you knead it with some soy sauce, and they'll garnish it up as well with some spring onions. And if you want it spicy like this photo shows, chili pepper powder. That does seem like a nice, maybe even anju, a light dish to have while you're having maybe a soju or a beer or something like that.
That does look good. Ooh, you're selling it to me this week, I'm saying.
And something different, right? Because that's not something you see. There must be somewhere in Seoul to get it, but it is really associated as a Daegu specialty, very low priced as well. I think a portion of that will only cost you maybe 3,000 won, so less than $3. There is another food, so I want to talk about that before I pass the baton to you. But we'll do that after a song break, okay? This one up next is a shout out to Romantic Punch Yummy Ball.
No, I'm not.
You're dressed for the occasion, right?
I've got this.
Well, not.
It's a date. You're going to go on a date. Everyone out there, we're going on a date to my place. Yeah, go ahead. Enjoy the night market. It's good food, but wait till you get to my place.
Look at this. Everyone's talking about that. Night market would be a great place for a date, says Tropic Girls.
Stop it.
Stacey Wiley says the same. Perfect for a date or girls' night out at the market.
Okay, that's true. That would be kind of fun.
I feel like I'd love to do that with the boys, but it would be a bit odd. Right, if we all went out, like you, me, maybe Xander as well, used to be on the show, to the night market.
You know what's interesting is it's not odd, but I noticed something. I was in Yeoncheol Park, which is kind of a date place. But
We've shown it on K-Patch, the videos. Lovely.
So it's a place that's really nice. A lot of dates go there. A lot of women go there. Girls' night out. European dudes go there, non-British, sometimes British. But I noticed, like, Americans and British people don't go with their boys to Yeoncheol Park.
You'd just be awkward. You'd be like, do we have to hold hands?
I know, but they have like good restaurants. There's like a whiskey bar my friend keeps telling me to go to. Like they got stuff there. It's just, but I noticed we don't do that. And a night market would be a cool boys' night out, but it does seem like something's missing.
Yeah, and it's just our silly British and American like macho minds playing. Like, I want to do that. You want to do that? Let's do it.
I'm in.
Boys' night out.
I was thinking in the break, we know somebody who is dating someone from Daegu. We should just do a trip down there. You take your family. I'll go on my own. And
No. Let's leave my family behind. I need a
boys'
break.
night out.
Yes.
Daegu night market. Hope they're not listening.
Good. We've also got Siska who says, I love, as well as you mentioned beef intestines, chicken and pork intestines. Chicken intestines? I don't think that's a thing in Korea.
I've had chicken liver,
Yeah.
Sometimes you get some really cool chicken parts. I don't know how to call
The
it.
intestines, how big are they, Siska? I'm really curious. You got a message?
Zena said, one of the places I want to go in Korea is their market. Sophie says, spectacular. I love night markets. Very exciting. We have plenty of night markets here in Kota Kinabalu.
I will accept your votes now. Thank you very much.
Vote now because it doesn't count.
Okay, on to my one last dish, okay, because this is a tour, more a food tour and drink tour, as you'll see from Alex's segment. The other thing, apart from flat mandu, as we call them, dumplings, and there must be a reason for this, it's pressed noodles. Why are they making everything flat in Daegu? Is there like a thickness limit or something?
Maybe it has to do with the fact that it's a lot hotter during the summer and like has something to do with keeping the moisture in the food. I don't know, by the way. I'm making this up completely.
Does sound made up.
Oftentimes the food that you have, in the region is made or cultivated based on the weather.
That's true. Yeah, in Korea, lots of stuff down south is more fermented because when we didn't have refrigerators, that was the only way to keep it fresh, right? So it's called nurum-guksu. And again, I've not had this. I've not heard of this. And I thought I've had many of the main dishes. It's representative of Daegu once again, so that's probably the reason. And it's kind of similar to the broth in chanchiguksu, the like party festival noodles. Do you like those noodles, in an anchovy kind of broth?
I do. Chanchiguksu's. I mean, I like all the guksus, to be honest. It just depends. And summertime, I like anything that is the cold guksu. So that works for me.
It's similar to kalguksu, like the knife-cut noodles that we have in Seoul. But the noodles look much smaller and thinner a little bit. Yeah, but the knife-cut kalguksu would be the most similar.
I think I would prefer this one, though, because I do prefer it thinner.
Me too. Sometimes the kalguksu, it can taste a bit too floury.
Yeah.
Like when they're thick. And the other great thing about this, you said you love noodles. I think you have to vote for me. Daegu has the highest consumption of noodles and wheat flour in the entire country. They are a city of noodle lovers. You've dug yourself a hole. I'll let you go now, Alex, because I think I've made my case. Daegu and the night Seomun market, but also day market.
Let me just get some videos up there right away, because we're going to one of my favorite places in Korea that, honestly, I could go there for a month and just live there and just forget you guys. I'm going out to Gangneung.
You went there not so long ago in the winter, right?
I did. In fact, I have some videos out there. It was like end of fall, early winter, something like that. It was right before. No, so it was fall, because it was right before the whole shutdown thing happened. So it was in October. I went out there. I was avoiding the crowds at Halloween, and I just wanted a coffee. We're going to go to get some Epicurean, I don't know what the word is, some fancy coffee. But before that, let's get a video up, at least of the view that I can show you that I had. Now, this is on the Kopikori, which is the coffee street out there.
A nice little mug and diary.
Cute diary. And
there's the beach there.
This is my slow motion rise up for effect. It's right on the beach.
Is that the coffee shop street then?
That is the street. And there's really nothing but coffee shop streets on the front side of the buildings. There's some like chicken in the back, but it's just so like I could stay there for days.
I'm jealous. Like that, I love a sea view. If I have a sea view when I'm eating or drinking, it makes it infinitely tastier.
I know. So I got one more too, just to give you the other view, because I'm just going to sell it with views right now.
Okay.
This is on the rooftop of one of the cafes.
I like outdoors as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit nice, isn't it?
That's the view. There's a couple places just like that. And so we're going to go get coffee, and there are some master baristas out there, and there's just some good cafes, so we're going to stop by on the street. So this is Anmok Coffee Street. It used to be just coffee machines on the street. A date place for people to go out.
Oh, the japangi vending machines.
The japangi, yeah. And so that started kind of back in the 80s and 90s. I think they had it before, but like when it became a thing, a trend, it was like in the 80s and 90s, and you would go there kind of as a date, as a couple, enjoy a nice cup of vending machine coffee.
Just for a few hundred won, and like drink it in front of the beach.
I'm sure back then it was 51.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, actually. So the vending machines were different, and each like coffee at each vending machine had a different mixture of the coffee, so it would be good based on that. But now you've got a whole bunch of large franchise cafes, small boutique cafes, unique cafes out there, and you have a whole lot you can do there. And I think that's kind of the draw of it. And it's still pretty good. And you know,
have specialty like coffee there for proper aficionados as well, I think, right?
Yeah, there's a barista, or I think it's Park Lee-chu, is a first-generation barista in Gangneung. He started in Haewa, I believe, and I have not tried this particular coffee.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know what happened. Like, it didn't go well he started in the 80s, but in the 2000s, moved out to the Gangneung area and started this cafe and brewing his own coffee, and it became like, I guess you would call it a first-generation coffee barista out there.
Oh, in the coffee street.
Because the list of coffees they have is from like 20 or 30 different countries.
I never know what to choose. I'm going to be honest. I love coffee, but I think I love all coffee as long as it's strong for me. Yeah.
And so you can get any type you want, but there are a lot of coffee baristas out there, and even some of the chain restaurants. It's like less popular, and I don't even know if they have them in Seoul, but there's chains that are specific to being out there. There's even a museum and a
for coffee.
farming experience out there. Because you can't grow beans in Korea usually. Mm-hmm. But there are some beans that they've developed somehow to make it that they can grow it in Korea.
Wow.
So you can have a coffee farming kind of experience out there as well.
Don't they usually have the big coffee festival there as well?
And that's in October. And I missed it this past year because I went a little later. Plus it was,
COVID. I'm guessing it wasn't big,
but
yeah.
That's the thing. This past year with COVID, the one thing I realized is I want festivals. I miss festivals.
Oh, yeah.
I miss just walking around and meeting, because they're all locals who have their own tents up and they sell you little small things. So I'm going to go out to the coffee festival, hopefully mask-free, depending on how well this vaccine goes.
Yeah, it should be rolling out around September for our age group or after September. Might just miss out on this. But you're right. All the festivals for flowers in the spring, they've pretty much all been cancelled. I do miss that.
Yeah.
When you can't go, you want to go more, right? When they don't exist.
Honestly, that's why it's the only guarantee this year. If both the festivals open up, I'm going to the Chimek Festival and I'm going to the Coffee Festival. This hands down.
Have you got, because I feel I'm at a little advantage, breakfast time here and some of our listeners are always hungry, it seems. Are there any foods that you would recommend in and around Gangneung?
There's a couple different ones that I've had. The chicken is good. You can get kind of that cold fried chicken that's pretty good. I think the sundubu
from Sokcho and the market there, yeah.
But they do have those in Gangneung as well, because it's all of Gangwon-do.
Yeah.
I think sundubu, like you can get some really specialty sundubu places.
The silken smooth tofu.
Yeah, a couple of good places near Gyeongpo-dae, but even closer to the beach area that I'm talking about now, there's a couple of like tofu and seafood stews.
That sounds like a great combination with the hot coffee, doesn't it, guys? Not.
Hey!
Okay, let's get the voting going in the next song break. So
coffee
number
on the
one
beach.
For my Seomun market down in Daegu. Seomun literally meaning West Gate, and that refers to its original location back in the Joseon dynasty. Alex, your history goes back to some shoddy old vending machines, right, in the 80s.
My history goes back to our parents' generation having romantic dates on the beach, looking out to the coastal waters of the East Sea with a cup of coffee.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be here, perhaps, right?
Exactly. That we owe ourselves, well, not me, maybe a Korean instead, but we owe our existence to that coffee street.
Fantastic. Vote number 2 for the Gangneung Coffee Street. Number 1 for Daegu and its flat mandus, dumplings and flat noodles as well. This is Big Nori Sa Dong-hyun, Girl at the Coffee Shop, featuring Wonstein, Kopi Kage Agashi. The voting is continuing, and as last week, it is very, very close.
You giving these VLAB votes, though? They're looking good for me.
I haven't gone on there yet, and if you say that, maybe we'll just cancel it. Oh, close the tab. What a shame.
Oh, no.
No, I'm kidding. Of course, I will be fair. I do want to win, but I do not want to cheat. Lots of messages coming in. Rao saying, I'm not a coffee person, but coffee beans, the smell is delicious. But still, sorry, Alex, I'm going to have to vote for Peter. It does seem like with the votes and the messages, it's drawn along those lines. If you're a coffee person, you're voting for Alex. And if you're not, you're voting for me.
They have tea there. They have ice cream.
They do have coffee in Seomun Market, I must say. Coffee is everywhere in Korea, but it's not like a dedicated cafe street, which is nice, I will admit.
So we have Sophia saying 미안합니다 to me, going for the night market.
Good.
Tropic Girl. I drive there just for the coffee. I love the beach, though. Romantic setting and great for walking. But so is the night market. I don't have a vote on this one. What's Kay voting?
Kay has said, really tough this week, and I'm debating. But I do like the beach, but I won't go there just for coffee.
No.
Yeah, that's sensible, isn't it? Go to the beach for some other things.
Oh, she's not sure I'd drive there just for coffee.
There you go. Jason from the US, I feel this is a bit of countryman bias. Having coffee while watching and listening to ocean waves under the sun, no-brainer. I will vote for Alex.
No-brainer. It's so hard to get in the US. The waves on the ocean.
Can I say... It is a brainer. Is that the opposite? It should be a brainer. You should think about it. Daegu has sun and not beaches.
What a
anyway.
salesman. What a salesman. Faz says, oh, wow, coffee pretty much always wins me over. I thank you.
Oh, Faz, are you serious? Okay, I'm looking on the V Live segment here for the votes because it is very close.
Halo Kitty, you can only vote once.
All right, good.
You got like 4 comments. Only one vote.
Voting for me. Would you like to big up mine while I collate the votes over here?
I think I've been bigging yours up the entire time. But
keep
that
going.
being said, yeah, all right. My favorite thing to do when I travel, and I do this almost everywhere, except like we said, Daegu's my list of where to go this year.
Mm-hmm.
I do like going to the night markets. In Jeonju, I like going... It's not a night market, but I like staying out late and going to the market in... I was talking about Seogwipo earlier in Jeju. Like every time... These places I go to by myself sometimes, and I think... You know... man, I guess I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
Daegu is a top place I want to go, partially because I've never been there, and partially because the more I see of it, it's like the more hidden treasures I find, and I didn't even know about the market until we talked about it this week in our group. I mean, I knew there was a market, but what was there and what they had to offer, so...
And the special dishes, that's an extra draw. Just helping you to help me here.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I love night markets. I love all markets, so that's why I would definitely vote for Peter's if it wasn't against me and coffee on the beach.
Okay, just quickly before I big up Alex's, Harriet Ferrer-Molina, a shout out to you. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
If you want to vote for the person who said that first, vote number 1. It's actually neck and neck right now.
But if you'd rather go and get a coffee, an affogato, maybe a little ice cream on the beach, maybe you should vote for number 2 and...
all right, I will big it up. Coffee, ocean waves, that view. One of my favourite places I've ever been was a coffee shop in Jeju-do on Woljeongri Beach. It's just got a big expanse of sand. And I think you're even closer to the beach, further away from the ocean when the tide is out. But just sitting there, and we call it mulmong in Korea. Mong terida means to zone out, and mul being water. And you're just staring. You're not thinking about anything, and you're drinking a coffee. It's almost like meditation.
Yeah, the water, I mean, just to help you big me up as well, there is nothing like, if I'm thinking about, if you're not in the city, if you're in Gangneung, if you're in Yangyang, you're in Busan, you're in Jeju, and you're away from the city, and you get to those beach locations, the secluded cafes, like, there's nothing like it in Korea, in my opinion.
Oh, well, thank you for helping yourself.
I'm a beach person.
Absolutely.
You helped yourself. Come on.
I did. And Brian...
We need a punishment, by the way. What did Brian say?
Is very much on board with you, saying, I'll visit your place, Peter, Daegu, in a year or 2. Gotta go with Alex, since we missed the coffee street last time I was in Gangneung due to time.
Yeah.
You've got to get there because, the reason that the vending machines were popular is that's a great combo, especially in the cooler months. In the summer, maybe not so much a hot coffee from a vending machine.
Yeah, you go iced coffee there.
But that warm coffee while it's maybe autumn or early winter, that's romantic as well, isn't it?
Can I offer a simple punishment for next week?
Mm-hmm.
The loser needs to bring a coffee for the winner.
Okay, a coffee of their choice with all the trimmings it could be.
Because I was anything you want. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking I wanted a coffee this morning now that I've been talking about it. So maybe next week I will too. So a coffee... Doesn't matter what it is. You can ask the other person or just surprise them.
Okay. Yeah, either one is good.
Yeah.
I need to ask Stacey for clarification before we get the drum roll because...
It's that close.
Last week as well, and she did it today, but she's retracted her message. She switched voting again from you to me.
Stacey, this is the final vote.
That would be crucial, so please clarify your position. That could be the difference between winning and losing. Okay, drum roll please. Last 5 seconds to vote. Just hitting refresh on the website.
You just saw her. You just saw Stacey's message. What are you talking about? Go back to her message right now.
Stacey says, I'm so sorry, King Peter. I did change the vote again. I pick Alex for the win. I feel Stacey likes having the power.
She has so much power. It's incredible.
It's that
vote.
Thank
you, Stacey.
That vote changes it by 1. Alex is the winner. Stacey, I am very cross and having to clap to stop swearing. Well done, Alex. I have been to Gangneung many times because I love it. So, despite wanting to go to Daegu because I haven't been there, I think I'd vote for Gangneung
I'm
as well.
a beach boy, man. We're beach boys.
Absolutely. All right, I will get you a coffee. Stacey, I will never get you a coffee.
I'll buy you an extra one to make up for the one he doesn't buy for you.
A few more messages here from our listeners. Zana was saying, the coffee shop, the view is the beach. Gosh, I can smell the coffee beans already. and I'm guessing it sells non-coffee beverages as well.
Of course, yeah.
Zana, I noticed that I didn't have your vote down. Who did you vote for? By the sounds of that, it sounds like Alex anyway, but I'm just curious.
Go to the bottom there. It's right there.
Okay.
She just sent a message.
No, wait. Alex Team Coffee.
There we go.
All right, whatever. Anyway, MHJ's there as well. Always the correct answer is coffee and the beach too. Just another shout out though for Seomun Market. Daegu's maybe not the number one tourist destination to go if you're visiting Korea, right? But it seems like there is a good culinary kind of tour waiting down there for you. And a market from the Joseon Dynasty, it doesn't look like that anymore, but it's got history.
I always like suggesting that people go off the beaten path because, you get stuck in tourist traps if you go to places that are like just for tourists, like Koreans don't normally go to. Koreans normally go here. If you want to experience Korean culture, go to Daegu.
There you go. Alex, have some fun filming, and I hope you get to your destination promptly as possible.
I got about 2 hours to get there.
And what coffee do you feel like you'd like next Friday today? What's your go-to? Just a Americano?
Yeah, you decide whether it's hot or cold. I love Americano. It's just like that bitterness.
I might go for lukewarm, the worst
in the middle. Oh, no.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Here's some Twice. TT.